Hey people, interested here, 3v3 faction war. This is Estia Province and Space Marines versus Tyranids. For the blue Space Marine team, you have Adila as an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside, XPhial with a force commander, very good offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. We got some more Ultramarines DLC, but it's been recolored black or grey or something. And rounding off the team, Python's Techmarine starts off in ranged combat, puts such a good damage, can also support with structures and repair, and it's more Ultramarines. I guess they know a thing or two about fighting Tyranids, eh? For the red Tyranid team, two Hive Tyrants, first up high, and this is Hunter. These guys walk through objects and cannot be suppressed, very durable heroes with strong support and disruption, fighting in melee combat by default with a basic synapse. I shall call them Alberto and Alfredo. Rounding off the teams is Cry's Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support, begins with a ranged weapon. Looks like he's taken some damage there. Something shot at that Ravener Alpha. In the mid, Tactical Marines wading into melee. They should be able to get rid of the Hormagaunts quite quickly. Scouts having to retreat there. Now needs to judge this carefully. Wants to try and peel off as many termagants as possible. Doesn't want to drop a Tactical Marine model. Those guys are getting quite low. Have they judged it correctly here? Hive Tyrant gets a couple of good hits, but they do get away without a model loss. Meanwhile, west side, these Marines are in trouble for Adila, and down they go. Dropping Marines in first engagement can be a massive setback, and especially against a high pressure faction like Tyranids. But it's a 3v3. They have the support of their allies. They can recover. That's the Scouts and the Apothecary in there, I suppose. Does not bother touching the power with the Hive Tyrant. Hunter might go for the VP. Nope, we got more Scouts here to annoy them. East side, Power Bash from Cry. With some spawn mines up somewhere. Oh, there they are. Doing some really good damage to that Techmarine in the garrison, actually. Having to get out and retreat. But the Hormagaunts going to try and munch on his knees a bit. Nope, they want that node. Getting repaired, actually. I think the repair might be enough to save it. I think it was. Quick thinking from Python. Down goes the tunnel. So they have to use the other exit now. If all the tunnels are destroyed, obviously the squads inside the tunnel network are forced to get out of the last entrance. Scouts here just using this bunker as a line of sight blocker. Termagants aren't even bothering going after them because they just duck back into the bunker. Here comes Adila, replacing the Tactical Marines. Ravener Brood for both up high and Hunter. Warrior Brood for Cry here. Can the Space Marines break out and push forward quickly? Looks like Devastator's in the garrison to just hang out and hold that power. Double tax here for XPhial. Devastators for Adila. Double Devastators for Python. On the power though is Hunter. With double Termagants and Hormagaunts. Going to try and finish off this generator before they get the hell out of here. XPhial has gone for a power sword. So power melee weapon. So extra damage versus heavy infantry and super heavy infantry. Also pretty damn effective against infantry in general. Gives you the increased battle cry bonus. Burrow strike. Still got the grenade though. There's a pretty good grenade by XPhial there. 468 to 492. What's going on west side? Apothecary's in trouble. Ravener's burrow striking. Trying to melee the... No, they aren't. They're shooting him. Down he goes. Does have the Sanguine Chainsword. Devastators at least pushing the Hormagaunts off there. East side. More power harass. Looks like they've got it under control. Scouts are repairing. Devastators be shooting. We've got Barb Strangler Warrior Brood now. Taking out a Techmarine. Easy revive location though. Termagants wiped. Those were Cry's Termagants. Well done, XPhial. Can they get a model off these warriors too? That's double Kraken Bolts. Tactical Marines. Kraken Bolts giving you 20% more damage versus heavy infantry armor, which is what warriors are. Got a revive. XPhial's already halfway through level 2 on that force commander. Okay, Adila needs a revive now. There should be an easy location to revive from. Where is Python going? Looking for a tunnel, I guess. Oh, it's over here. They'll get it. They'll get it. Tactical Marine is going to try and take this western VP. The Hive Tyrant is here though. Once he gets into melee with them, there's not a whole lot they can do. Warp field going up gives him a energy powered shield. What about Alfredo? Has got the improved synapse. Alberto backing off the west side, waiting for his Tyranid buddies. Scouts might look for a grenade here and then a retreat. Nope, just gonna retreat. You can start dropping models in just a couple of bursts of double termagant fire. Only one of them has toxin sacks though, but the Ravener Alpha is also in there, and the Barb Strangler of course. Marching through the mid is Hunter, has got the Rending Talons. This is Adila here, caught out of position. I wonder if they were going for a power bash, but this is looking quite scary. XPhial's alone, 2v1. Force Commander hits level 3 though, has got Armor of Alacrity, gets Crippling Poison. Battlecry is going. Battlecry is going. Good hit on those termagants there too. Meanwhile, the AssMan Hunter trying to get a decap. Seismic Roar is wasted. Does get the decap though. And a power bash here from up high. Apothecary is back to his feet. Maybe that's why the Force Commander is level 3, eh? Did they revive the Apothecary? East side, what's going on? They're on the power again. Looks like they are retreating though. Not sure why they're retreating. Oh, they want to help against these tactical marines maybe? Just need to tie them up with the Ravener Alpha. Making a tunnel. I think back over here. Yep. Assault squad jumping in. And a pretty swift power bash from the Flamer of course. Yep, need to get up there. Start suppressing those guys with the Barb Strangler. There we go. They'll still get another burst though. They recovered from that suppression pretty quickly, didn't they? Scouts did not try a shotgun blast. Not sure why. But they're out of there safely. I think attacks will be okay here. Yep. And was it a full bash? I'm not sure if they got the node as well. But they got all the gens, that's pretty damn good. West side turning blue for the Space Marines. Apothecary with the Purification Vials alongside that Sanguine Chainsword. That heal on hit Chainsword also affects the bolter. His bolt pistol, I should say, to a lesser effect. And down he goes. He's got shot to death by termagants. Force Commander is right here. Sacred Standard is queued up for tier 2. All the Tyranid players go. Looks like Adila and Python haven't gone yet. Raveners are painful, eh? That was a Seismic Roar from Alfredo the Hive Tyrant. Controlled here by Hunter. Smacking around some Marines. Couldn't quite get a model though. Sergeant on the way for those Marines. They might be turned into Stern Guard. Saw that in the previous game from XPhial. There's that Crippling Poison. And the Tyranids can hold, take and hold the west side, maybe get onto the power here. The Hive Tyrant can just tie those guys up for days. And the Termagants and the Raveners can bash the power. Meanwhile, Cry again on the power using those tunnels to great effect so far. Techmarine, no war gear for this fella. Yet, at least. Nothing for the Ravener Alpha either. We do have Tyrant Guard on the way from Cry. And a Venom Brood from up high. Devastators getting some decent shots on the Warrior Brood. They're going to drop a model pretty soon. Got a decent shot away from the Barb Strangler though. Scouts trying to get into retreat path. They don't have enough energy to chuck their grenade though. Techmarine I think is going to go down here. Maybe not. Oh, the Ravener Alpha was suppressed. Couldn't get that burst away. They're chasing with shotguns. They're too far ahead to chuck a grenade though. I think they can decap this wreck point maybe. Here comes the Tyrant Guard. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor and some powerful melee too. Grenade on the tunnel. One shot's it. And then run away. Little ruffians, aren't they? Scouts. Formagaunt's going to be shut down by those Devastators. There we go. Space Marines retaking the west side. And the Force Commander hits level 4. Thanks to a couple of revives. And a bunch of dead Termagants, I'm sure. Maybe a little bit more finesse there from XPhial. Could have just backed away from this and stayed in play. Maybe they were off microing their scouts and didn't see. It's a little bit wasteful of a good position there from the Space Marines. Could have backed off maybe. I guess once the double attacks were gone, the Devastators couldn't really get out of there safely. But we got more attacks here with that flamer. Going to be tough though to make that range work with the Tyrant Guard around to get into melee with them. And there's a Burrow Strike too, and killed one of them with the shots afterwards. Ravener's getting things done, eh? I hear generators going down. Was that here? Oh, that's a drop pod. That wasn't a generator. That was Adila dropping in some more tactical marines and getting a plasma gun. Plasma gun's very effective against the Tyrant Guard before it goes into shield wall anyway. Double Kraken bolts. Can they pick out the warriors in that stuff though? Or the Venom Brood? To try and shoot those Synapse creatures to get those backclashes going. Going to get a full power bash here from the Tyranids. It's a pretty quick bash, to be fair. And acid splatter up for the Ravener Alpha. He's going into melee mode with his Synapse Aura and reinforced chitin. Immunity to weapon knockback is pretty damn big deal. And that slow on being hit is pretty awesome too. A 50% slow as well. It's not like -1 speed or something. 50%. Force Commander with those battle cries. Seismic roar goes off. I've seen that a few times where it doesn't actually knock anything over. Ouch! Big plasma cannon shot there. Are the Termagants going to get away? I think they are. They're still getting crowded out on the power here, the Space Marines. Look at the map, it's so red. VPs are relatively even though. 372 to 399. These Marines are in trouble. Bomber Gaunts on retreat path. The Hive Tyrant on retreat path. That is up high. Ouch, just took a missile launcher shot to the face. Throws up the warp field. Then has to run. I think XPhial is going to get another revive and another level. Over here for the Force Commander. East side. Massive amounts of pressure from the Tyranids. And power bashing is again on the cards. Grenade. For that Warrior Brood model, we didn't have a good day. You have a Melter Gun Techmarine here. With the Refractor Field. There's that melee Ravener. Acid Splatter. The initial hit is power melee. And then the splash damage is piercing. Pretty nice weapon though. I thought maybe we were going to see that strengthened sinew that gives him more speed and stuff. Some help from XPhial. Can they break out, push through, and bash over here maybe? Tyranids also have this contested power. What's going on the west side now? Tactical Marines going for the cat. Throwing up, and they show no fear. And then promptly run away. Were they knowing fear or not? Got some more Devastators in this garrison. Providing some cover. Worked out okay. Vials go out, but I think they're going to miss everything. Some area denial at least. Space Marines hold the west side for now. And look at this. XPhial able to spot the Tyranids coming and back away into the Devastators and stay in play here. You don't want to overcommit to your power bash and then it just leads to your own stuff getting bashed. Got another Tyrant Guard here. This is from the AssMan. Hunter has one and Cry has one here. Breaking stuff. Charging through. That's a pretty good charge. Here comes the Ravener Alpha 2. Force Commander on that Tyrant Guard. Gonna take a while to chop through it though with a power sword. Yep, down goes the Force Commander. The Sacred Standard buffing even more when the Force Commander is down. Grenade on the Brood Nest. Didn't get it done though. They're now reinforcing off that Brood Nest. It does give a little bit of health regen, but it's such a small amount. Doesn't make any difference when you're actually in combat, I don't think. I think it's even less than the Apothecary's health regen, I think. But the main thing is the reinforcement, of course. which is a massive deal. Plasma cannon, decent hit, but it was only termagants. West side is staying blue. They've been power bashed so much on both sides of Space Marines. I'm amazed they're still competing here. I mean, they've kept their Marines alive, that's the main thing, eh? And their heroes have done relatively well. Force Commander's down over here still. Assault Squad jump. Adrenal Gland Warriors are right there though, alongside the Former Gaunts. And they immediately backed away. Double missile attacks, eh? Trying to take out that Tyrant Guard as a decent grenade. And they are persuaded to leave. The Tyrant Guard has made it out though. What's this? Oh, they're trying to get onto the VP. Former Gaunts are going to do it. Smashing up some capillary towers now. Those guys decapping over there. Down goes the Brood Nest. What's going on west side? The Hive Tyrant of up high. Doing some capping. And another power bash from the Tyranids. It's such a quick bash as well. Look at this. When you got those ranged Synapse Venom Brood. Alongside Raveners and Termagants. And of course their Venom Cannons. It's pretty damn quick. On the way, Hive Tyrant. Carnifex with a Barbed Strangler here for up high. Another one on the way for Hunter. Adila goes tier 3 though. XPhial goes tier 3. We know what Space Marines can do in tier 3 in a faction war. Could be all Land Raiders and Terminators. If they can just hang in there. Trying to get a power bash maybe. These fellows using Hellfire rounds. The tunnel disgorges a bunch of Tyranids. And now they're in trouble. Fracture Shield does not give knockback immunity to the Techmarine as you saw there, but does debuff accuracy, which is pretty damn good. Melter. There's the Melter on the Tyrant Guard. Can they deal with this thing right here, right now? They do have a Melter gun, they do have the Stone Guard. They have the tools, but do they have the time? Because warriors are on them. I think maybe they can get it done. They can. It's going to go down, surely. Oh, some friendly fire. Down it goes eventually. That took ages. Right at the end there. I think it was doing some special attack animations or something. 281 to 331. Swarm Lord on the way for Cry. XPhial says Terminator soon. I assume that means Assault Terminators. These guys are using their Dragon Fire rounds, which are for units in cover and garrisons. Not sure why they were shooting the Capillary Tower with it. They should have been using Vengeance rounds, I assume. Ravenite Alpha gets a decap. Gonna smack those guys? Nope, no smack. Power bashed here too. Are they gonna have the power to get Terminators up? They're at plus 17. Which is not great. Where is AssMan's Carnifex? Is this it? No, this is up highs. It's over here, I think. No, that's the Tyrant Guard. There it is. It's a Venom Cannon Carnifex. Could come in from the flank against Adila here. There's Angels of Death. Backed away quite far there up high. Just trying to waste this buff, I suppose. There you go. Now you can start Barbed Strangler in. So painful. So very painful. Last Cannon is up for Adila. Maybe XPhial could throw some 4D Emperors on him. Bashing the node, there is that Venom Cannon Carnifex. And indeed it was a big old flank against Adila. Grenade. Killing some Termagants. Maybe a Brood Nest over here. Would be pretty good. Big old retreat. Here comes XPhial's Force Commander. Just to tie this thing up. And double missile attacks. Tried to prepare for Carnifexes. Hey, here comes Terminators. And it is Assault Terminators here from XPhial. There's Thunder Hammers and the Storm Shields by default. Lots of health. Heavy melee damage. Inspiration on kill. But they are very susceptible to things that impede their movement. They can't retreat out of it. They can teleport, but they're taking massive amounts of damage here. So Barbed Strangler Carnifex and the Venom Cannon Carnifex and all this other stuff shooting them. This guy is a Thornback. Trying to get away, it seems. Last Cannon's getting shots, I think. Yeah, those Terminators are taking a a hammering. Wow. Down to 900 hit points on 3 of them, which is not a lot for Terminators. Unlucky not to get models off them there, I think. Some Rippers being killed, spawned by the Thornback Carnifex. 222 to 331. Again, a power bash over on the east side, I see. On the old map there. Hormagaunts being a nuisance, really. Scout's going to try and get a decap. Caution here from the Tyranids. They backed off. Well, up high's Hive Tyrant did, and Alberto's still here to kick some ass. Doesn't have a weapon upgrade yet, though. Where's that Barb Strangler Carnifex? That's backing away. We have a great shot right here. Las Cannon has moved up. Maybe we'll see some Librarian support for that guy. That was a good Bioplasma shot from the Carnifex there. Might need to throw out a heal, Mr. Apothecary. When it's on cooldown, eh? Off cooldown, rather. Level 5 Techmarine here. With Artificer. Did not go for Signum, eh? Swarmlord. Got into some fisticuffs on the east side, and he did bash that power again. Not fully though, there's one generator there. So that's 4 Carnifexes up, I think. This is Cries with a Barb Strangler. That's Swarmlord, of course. Super unit for Tyranids. Speeds up nearby Tyranid buddies and allows them to reinforce around it. I thought... yeah, up high has 2, that's it. The Thornback and the Barb Strangler. Can't see them at the end of the roster there, which is annoying. Sneaky Raveners. These are the melee fellows with the enhanced muscle coil. Tunnel all the way on the eastern edge there. Could facilitate some power bashes later. Bad place for these Assault Marines to be. Ouch, they're going to wipe, yeah. Acid Splatter Ravener. The Hormagaunts. Ravener's dropped in there from the Ravener Alpha 2. Kicking off on the west side big time. Tyrion is taking back their VP, and there's a lot of NIDs. Hell of a lot of NIDs. Here come those Assault Terminators healed up though. Uh-oh, trying to formation on retreat path. Doesn't seem like it did a whole lot. But hey, got rid of them. It got rid of them. Double cap here for the Tyranids. Possibly a triple. Although, Space Marines are getting their natural back, I think. Is this more Terminators from Adila? It is. I imagine we're going to see the Cyclone Missile Launcher to try and get those Carnifexes out of there. Gate of Infinity. Helping out those Assault Terminators there from the Librarian. That was XPhial's Librarian. Python is down to 2 units. Under so much pressure on this east side. Devastator's running into trouble. Swarmlord could just chase him into base here and finish him. Melter Gun. I mean, it's getting shots in. But it alone is not going to be enough. Barb Strangler on base. Nasty. Here comes XPhial though. And Assault Terminators too from XPhial. All of a sudden, a whole bunch of anti-vehicle damage. These guys need to keep moving. Oh, they got suppressed though. There's the Leech Essence from the Swarmlord. Draining health off nearby enemies. Needs to keep moving. Both of those guys need to keep moving. Very risky to push your monstrous creatures up this far, but seems like it's going to work out for Cry. I think. Swarmlord is still a-running. Terminator is sprinting after it in their melee charge mode. Turns to engage. I don't think he should turn to engage, Mr. Swarmlord. Yeah, just keep the Hormagaunts on him. Still chasing. Looks like they're out of their melee sprint. Capillary Tower goes up. Melter Gun's getting shots though, eh? Swarmlord got down to 126 hit points. There is an orbital. Is it going to be enough? Melter Gun shot down to 50 hit points. No, it's dodged it, I think. Or has it? Assault Terminators will teleport in and finish it off, surely. They do. I don't think the orbital helped there. That could have been used to stop a cap or something. The Carnifex does get away. And now they're on power for a bash. The Tyranids, though, are swarming this west side like crazy. That's 4 Carnifexes, 2 Hive Tyrants, and a whole bunch of other stuff, including Raveners and the such. What do we got here? Anything up on up high's Hive Tyrant? No, there isn't. No more war gear on that fella. Oh, there we go. Bonded Exoskeleton on the way. 50 power. but it makes that guy insanely tough if he wasn't already. Level 7 Force Commander, level 5 Techmarine, and a level 3 Apothecary going for improved medical equipment. By this time, Purification Vials has fallen off quite heavily. Here comes a Venerable Dreadnought from Python. Wow, look how much damage it's taken already. That's Venom Cannon, Carnifexes, and the Venom Brew. Is it going to make it out? There's a global repair. Nope, down it goes. There's the Stoicism. Orbitals without number dropped in back there. Madness. 61 to 298. Smite thrown out. Assault Terminator is smacking down some Raveners, but they got the decap there. Oh, look at this. What was this? Stern Guard getting a cap on the VP. And then they run. They promptly run. Turn of formation. Just to stop the Techmarine from capping for a second. Adila's Terminators here going into melee with the Carnifex with their Power Fists. That is a Thornback though, so it's going to have melee resistance. Yeah, those guys are getting messed up. Big special attack there. Charging out. Stopped by the base of that pillar though. We do have an assault cannon for Adila's Terminators. These Tactical Marines of XPhial having a bad time. Only one of them dropped, I think. Assault Terminators on it. Trying to beat back the swarm. Some of the Carnifexes are getting low. You can't repair Carnifexes, of course. They do have a little bit of health regen. But you kind of need to take them back to base to heal up unless you have a zone probe around. Assault Terminator is getting very low here. And I think the Carnifexes know it. Getting swarmed. Synapse Explosions though. And Synapse Explosions do damage Carnifexes. They don't knock them over obviously. But you can get big spikes of damage off that. Gonna get gated out by the Librarian to safety. Well, relative safety. There's a bunch of stuff here still. 61 to 287. Space Marines clinging on with their power armored fingernails. Assault Terminator is teleporting away, having to get back to base to reinforce there and heal up. Those melee Raveners having a good time, and we have a red VP. 2-to-1 cap for the Tyranids. Adila did retake the west side though. Just bashing a contested node. Oh. 16 hit point Carnifex. Techmarine's going after it. He's just trying to get the melter gun to fire, but they are staying on him in melee, yeah, and they got him. Unlucky, Mr. Techmarine. That Carnifex needs to get back to base. Tax taking back their natural. But have they run out of time here? With the amount of power bashes we saw, it's no surprise that the Space Marines couldn't quite get their tier 3 engine going. The Tyranid players played it very well with their hyper-aggressive power bashes, especially Cry on the east side using the tunnels and stuff to get things done. Must have been very frustrating for Python to face that. More inspirational kill from the Terminators. 2-to-1 for the Space Marines. They're not out of it yet. They are not out of it yet. Can the Tyranids rush the west side again and grab it? They might be able to just grab it. I mean, Cry is down to a single Carnifex, and that is it. Here comes another one. Las Cannon's getting shots in. Dodging a grenade there. This is the Thornback. Is that a charge? Looks like a charge to me. That Tactical Marine just turned into bits. Orbital. Grabbed some stuff, but put two beams in the same place there for some reason. Uh-oh. Did those Stern Guard wipe? Were those Stern Guard? I think those fellows were Stern Guard. They're dead. Still have these double level 4 missile launch attacks though. And a level 8 force command with the Sacred Standard. I mean, do you even want to kill this guy? Because it buffs that stuff even more. Stern Guard. Loading in their vengeance rounds to go after those Carnifexes. Carnifexes have vehicle armor. Crushing Claw Hive Tyrant now up high. Going after the Force Commander. There's a ton of formation. Knocks those guys off the cap. 39 to 255. That could have been a really nasty double barrel plasma, but I think they kind of dodged it out of sheer luck. Terminator's on the cap. These Tacks having a bad day in melee with the Carnifex. It's not even a melee Carnifex, but hey, the size of those claws. Took out a couple of models on retreat there with the Barb Strangler. Adila's Terminators are going to get the VP back. Apothecary goes there, so the Force Commander actually going down, which massively buffs the Terminators, but they got pulled out. They were just getting too low, I guess. But they can't retreat. Have they already used their teleport? Maybe. Why are they so fast? What is this? That wasn't Veil of Time, was it? Did not seem like the Veil of Time effect, but they were moving pretty fast. 29 to 255. The 2-1 for the Tyranids is back on. I haven't been looking at what's going on in the mid. No idea what Cry's up to. Not sure how he lost his entire army either. Must have been one of those power bashes he tried. He got caught. What's going on over here? This is Alfredo being a pain in the ass, but they've got rid of him. I think these scouts are going for a decap, aren't they? But there's the double, and the Ravener Alpha is guarding that VP. There's the 2-1. Looks like the Tyranids have it. They do. Barb Stranglers, man. Carnifex Barb Stranglers are painful. Level 4 Apothecary for Adila. Recovered well after that early Tactical Marine lost. Got a level 8 Force Commander. Buffing the crap out of stuff. Techmarine level 6. We had a Hive Tyrant at level 4 with a Crushing Claws, sorry. And a level 3 Hive Tyrant for AssMan. And Cry's Ravener Alpha level 7. Oh, had the Burrow Trap at the end. Here you see a bunch of them on the VP. That's pretty cool. Well, there you have it. Really good performance from the Tyranids, I think. Massive amounts of power pressure. The Space Marines held up amazingly well, but just didn't have the resources to get that tier 3 engine going with Land Raiders and a bunch of Terminators and stuff. But had a good old go of it. Big thanks to these players for taking part in this very short notice faction war. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.